Have you outgrown your current role? This is a very serious question you need to ask yourself if you've been in the industry you're in right now for 10, 15, 20 years plus. You've hit a career milestone, so we need to make sure you're tracking that and you're communicating that properly to the market right now. So, this is very important. I'm Daniela, and I'm a career leadership strategist, and I want to help you work through this tough question because sometimes when people approach this question is out of anger or frustration. You want to make sure you're approaching this from a place of logic and apply a plan. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, let's talk about why your resume is not working, okay? The first thing you'll notice if your resume isn't working, if you've outgrown your title, is you're overqualified for opportunities. If you are overqualified, that recruiter is going to pass. They may admire your resume, they may even reach out for a phone interview. But when they pass on your profile and you notice that this is a consistent pattern, you need to ask yourself at the 10, 15, 20-year mark in your career, are you en route to leadership? Do you have a plan to get senior in front of your title? Because if none of those exist, or even if you're already sitting as senior engineer, senior planner, the question is that where you actually belong, right? Because if you're only communicating a title that says senior engineer, but your resume or LinkedIn says way more than that, that recruiter may be impressed enough to open up, but they're going to pass because they know that you'll most likely reject the offer that they have for that specific role you applied for. Secondly, I want to talk about LinkedIn optimization settings. So many people sleep on LinkedIn. It is social media. It has algorithms just like Instagram and Facebook. First, you have to optimize your LinkedIn settings because there are very key settings that, due to privacy laws, you have to allow LinkedIn to have permission to disclose, okay? This is very important for those of you who want to pivot into leadership at an organization right now that's looking for more diverse leaders. So it's very important you maneuver through those key settings. And last but not least, make sure you're aligning your skill sets in terms of what's trending in today's market. I know I said a mouthful, but those things are the first things that LinkedIn uses with their algorithm to link you to opportunities and put your profile in front of recruiters before you even apply for an opportunity or the job. Last but not least, I cannot stress this enough. If you have 10, 15, 20 years of tenure in your industry, your resume should not be telling me what you're responsible for. Your resume should read as a performance portfolio, which means how are you impacting an organization? What wins did you bring to the table? What things did you open up and implement? And how did you impact the bottom line? How do you impact the way that company does business? What did you bring to the table that solved a massive problem for your organization? Where are you really delivering? What are the results like? What are those numerics? Those are the things that are in a performance portfolio. If you look at any VP, director, or senior or executive leader who has a very powerful resume, the first thing you're going to notice is they're not busy telling you who they assisted, what they led, and what they managed, and what they're responsible for. They're communicating impact, they're communicating value, they're communicating expertise, and most importantly, they're communicating their management style. So when you have a performance portfolio, it takes your career to another level. And so if you're curious as to what I mean by performance portfolio, you don't know where you fall in the spectrum, and you really want to learn more, take my survey. The link is in the description. This is very important that you understand where you fall as it pertains to this. In this survey, I have engineered it specifically to answer to each type of scenario out there. So you're not going to get the video that the next person may get. This is based off of the results and the way you answer the questions. So when you take the survey, answer the questions as honest as possible. I cannot wait to get your feedback, to hear what you've gotten. Come back and drop it in the comments and let everybody know what the quiz gave you as a result. And then also feel free to join my Patreon group. The link is in the description as well. I do live workshops, and I even answer burning questions about how LinkedIn works and how to advance your career and things you might be able to do right now to help pick up the traction with recruiters. So I look forward to hearing back from you guys. I can't wait to read the comments, and God bless.